The government is peopled with psychopaths who care nothing about you. So just listen to this. This is my life, and you have my full support. My name is, let's call him Bill. I'm a soldier, former soldier of the 1st Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, 1RAR, and an East Timor veteran. 2000 and 2001 was a year that 1RAR conducted drug trials using mefloquine and tafenoquine. 1RAR was lined up on parade, and our commanding officer, John Caligari, announced that 450 soldiers had been chosen from 1RAR to participate in a drug trial to push tafenoquine, an anti-malarial drug that still today has not been approved by the Therapeutic Drugs Administration, to be a first-choice drug. He then proceeded to say that it was consensual, but if we didn't sign the form, then we didn't deploy to Timor. Of course, we all signed. We trusted our CO, right? How wrong we were. It was not disclosed that the side effect of this drug or the fact that tafenoquine was not approved nor registered. We were preloaded and took the drug for 7 months. The maximum you can take these drugs is only 3 months. Once deployed, effects started kicking in. I saw my mates have traumatic nightmares, and when they approached medical staff, they were threatened to keep taking the drugs or be charged with an offence and sent back to Darwin. This is from Timor. I myself started experiencing paranoia, nightmares, and becoming super aggressive, and started fighting with my own section. That's a group of 7, 8, 9 men. It's a fighting section. Once home, things got real bad. I really started having bad anxiety attacks, and I started convulsing in my sleep like epilepsy. My wife and I are now separated, but still amicable. She will testify that in my sleep I would attempt to strangle and hit her, and I would wake up in the morning with no recollection of any of these events, then fall into depression as I felt horrible that this was happening. We were not allowed to go on leave when we got home, as there was further testing and drugs to take. I told the medical staff of my events at home and was told this was normal, as to the harsh conditions of operations, and it was just my rapid eye movement sleep that was adjusting. I told my wife back then it had to be the drugs that were affecting me. I was part of the Lucky 100 Club, as it was called back then. We had to go back for further testing, and then there was meant to be further follow-up medical checks that never happened. I kept quiet about my problems, as I feared I would be kicked out of the army. Until recently, I have found out that a heap of other defence members and veterans are in the same boat, and worse, they are committing suicide at an alarming rate. I showed my now ex-wife all the information so she would begin to understand that I wasn't being an asshole for no reason. She burst out crying and is angry about all this, and it has brought great heartache to me and my family. We were robbed as we didn't have a choice. We just followed orders. For that I pay a huge price. No family, no Department of Veterans Affairs assistance, government or RSL support. Mental problems, sleep issues and anxiety, and the list goes on. This is not some bullshit story. I'm still trying to function, but all I want is help and justice as to how this all came about. I want to see justice dealt with the banning of this drug so future soldiers and they get to stay with their loving families and they don't endure brain injuries. We need further proper medical tests and treatment to those who are poisoned. My biggest question to GlaxoSmithKline, that's the drug manufacturer, and their offshoot company 60 Degrees, if this drug is so safe, why weren't we followed up 6 or 12 months after our return from East Timor, or even to this day? We gave all and sacrificed everything. Thank you. That's not uncommon. There's 2 points I want you to take away from this. One, the plight of the soldiers from East Timor. I actually visited one former soldier in the facility where he was being kept. I visited another 3 in a halfway house where they were being kept. This goes back a couple of years now. So this isn't a recent thing. And they have been utterly abandoned by the Defence Force, the Department of Veterans Affairs, and the government. Now, if you don't think they deserve better, then you're not an Australian. These people have to be looked after. The truth has to come out. Morrison and those cowards in the headquarters of Australian Defence Force and the cowards at the Department of Veterans Affairs, and I know them personally. This is going to come out. So you've got a choice. You start taking action or I will. And I'll tell you, I'll be a whole lot less kind than everybody else is going to be. How dare you treat our soldiers like guinea pigs and then abandon them? For what? Another promotion, Angus? You enjoying the rank, are you, mate? Enjoy it while you've got it. Because you and Rick and all the others, you will pay. Morrison, you're for the high jump. This is serious. You've abandoned our soldiers. Second point, for the people out there that don't give a toss about the soldiers, you don't think the government's going to force a vaccine on you? Well, there's the proof. Not only will they force a vaccine on you, they will abandon you. They don't care. Once again, politics in Australia is about to change, and it's not because the Liberal, Labor, Greens national cabal are doing it. We will do it. The people will do it. We're going to hold them to account. As I've said before, we're going to have to build a whole new jail. You know what? We won't build a jail. Let's throw them all in with the general population. How does that sound? Scotty, if you're found guilty, you want to be in the general population of Pentridge? There you go. We'll open that back up. No problem. This is serious, folks. This is not a game.
Yeah, it's sad because, you know, when something happens to someone high profile, we give it attention. I mean, I love Jordan Peterson, and unfortunately he went through problems with benzodiazepine, which I couldn't tell you what the hell that is, guys. I really couldn't. But because he went through some real trouble where he almost died, he got COVID-19 during fighting it. He ended up in rehab and for a very long time, for a few months, and he's only just returned this week to his home. Now, it's been good that it's happened overall because this has shone a light on this. But who the hell is this guy that's talking? This is a guy that's given his life for the country, his family for the country. And he was betrayed by not only his superiors, but even with Veteran Affairs. Why is it that it's a common thing around the world, especially in the United States, that veterans get discarded like this, and especially by Veteran Affairs? Is it because it's a publicly run organisation from the government, or I just don't get it. I don't understand. These people gave everything.
We'll investigate and we'll report back.
Gee, that's the first time you've said I don't know. Wow. All right. Well, Trump's doing a good job over there. He's done a phenomenal job with Veteran Affairs in revamping it and clearing that hellhole out. We've got to do the same here.